All right, welcome to the Time Under Tension podcast. My name is Samuel. I'm the host of Time Under Tension. Today, I have my guest, Frankie, with me.
What's up, what's up, what's up?
So, this is episode 2 of Time Under Tension. Today, I decided to choose a topic for us to discuss. So, we just finished with a workout over here at the gym. And I was thinking of we're products of our environment, right? Frankie and I just started over here at this gym, probably just within the past month. Fairly new to it. This is an elite training facility over here in Hollywood. So they specialize in athletic performance over here. So they have some top tier trainers. And it's definitely the type of environment that I know both of us have wanted to be around, and it's the type of environment that we can learn from our peers around us, and as well help elevate us in our game and just elevate us as men and as trainers. So what do you think about today's workout?
I thought the workout was crazy intense. I mean, you hit it right on the money. Just being around people who have definitely got skin in the game and have a reputable and just competitive environment. I think what Jamal has done here at JLT, bringing together a culture of hardworking, competitive individuals. You can't do anything but thrive in it, I feel like. You know what I mean? I feel growth mindset, locked in, energy's dope, vibe is dope, and I look forward to finishing out the year here.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Like, it's so humbling to have the opportunity to be in a space like this. We were coaching at different places, and I came from training at Equinox almost 5 years ago, and jumped around to different private training gyms. But being in an environment like this is different. There's like this gravitational pull towards excellence. They have higher expectations for their trainers here, so you kind of have no choice but to level up.
And that's I think every gym in LA has trainers who put in work, and every gym in LA has a good culture of hardworking people.
Yeah.
But I think it's different when you're, like you said, they demand excellence here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? From their athletes to their trainers to their clientele, people just move different here, and I think there's type A, type B individual. Type A is gonna thrive in it, and type B is gonna run from it. You know what I mean? I think being around people who don't run from it is contagious.
No, for sure. Yeah, it's funny because I was saying this to a friend the other day that if I would have came into a space like this 6 months ago, I wouldn't have been ready. I wasn't in that mental space. I wouldn't have been prepared and ready to take on an opportunity like this. And it really does take a certain type of personality. You have to be a go-getter. You really have to get after it to be able to make it in this type of environment. So it's forced me to want to be more hungry. Honestly, Frankie has been an inspiration for me because, bro, you've been hungry as hell ever since we first met. You'd be starting at the gym at 6 a.m. and finishing at 8 p.m. or just late, whatever, 6 p.m., 8 p.m., but still 10, 12-hour days. Now, as trainers, yes, we do get, some breaks throughout the day, a couple hours off here and there to grab some food or whatever, but he was at it and just constantly in the gym. And that's what I believe it's about, is just being there. Even if business is slow, whatever the case may be, if you're there and at least you're showing face, that's gonna create more opportunity for you. So regardless of myself personally, my business is really slow right now, but I keep showing up and I'm here every single day, because if I'm not, then it's no one else is gonna create the opportunity for me. So just me stepping foot in here every day is just creating that opportunity.
And I mean, if you could rewind you've been doing this for 5 years, I've been doing this for 4 years, but you hit that right on the money too. Before I had a good clientele list and a good rotation, if you could see how it was, I might have 1 client or 2 clients, but I was still at the gym. I treated my self-employed business as a 9 to 5. I said, if I have 1 client or 4 clients or 6 clients, I'm clocking in at start time and I'm ending at end time, and we're gonna figure it out, whether I'm shooting content, whether I'm inviting friends to come get a workout so that I can learn from them, or they can learn from me, or just get more experience, whether I'm reaching out to someone, it might be a potential lead that's coming in the gym. I might have got paid for 1 session, but I did 3, 4, 5 sessions throughout the day that paid dividends in different ways. Not currency, but I got either knowledge, or I got experience for training, or I got whatever, you get what I'm saying? I feel like if you're a young trainer in LA, you really want to make it, it has to be your everything, even when it's producing nothing. You know what I mean? I think that for me was like a key in the game. Was I was gonna figure it out. I was gonna cold reach and just tell people to come get a workout. Like I was shooting out 20 texts a day. Hey, come get your workout. If someone slid in my DMs, like this is free game really for anybody. If anybody slid in my DMs, I was working. Thank you. Come get your workout soon. I'm a trainer in LA. Oh, you are? Nice. I can catch a workout. Even let's just say out of the 10 times that I asked, 7 times they just came to catch a free workout. 2 of them, they were kind of interested but couldn't afford it, and only 1 locked in. Like, I'm going for that 1 person and we're gonna grow together, right? And it's like, you don't think about the 9 that didn't produce, you just focus on the 1 that did buy it, you know what I mean? And I think that for me was like a major key, was preparing and just deciding like, this is what I'm gonna do. And is that, we're good?
No, yeah. But no, I was just about to say, like,
I thought you were saying.
I was about to just say, like, that part, like, bro, like, yo, take notes. Like, that's the difference between who is gonna be successful as an independent contractor, as an entrepreneur. That's the difference between the people who are gonna ultimately succeed and the people who are not, because the ones that treat it as if it's a 9 to 5, right? They treat it as if they're clocking in, right? They still show up, they put in that same amount of work, they put in that 40, 50 hours like they would if they had a regular job, regardless of if they have the business or not. That is what makes all the difference, you know? And I'm actually still, I'm just now kind of learning that myself, and I've had to go through a long process myself, and you know, through my personal journey. But you know, I'm glad to say I can sit here today and know that it's like, it really is all about treating it as if it's your own business, and not just I'll
get around to it when they hit me.
Yeah, I get more free time to myself, or I get to, you know.
I think there's a huge misconception on entrepreneurship and like working for yourself, that it's this sexy thing. That's like, you hear these people from like these like pyramid schemes like saying like, I'm gonna show you how you could be your own boss. Like, there is nothing sexy about entrepreneurship. There is nothing sexy about working for yourself. It's like, imagine trying to build something for yourself, make some type of income, and like not only survive but thrive off of something that you want to do. But it's like, you have to accept that for the next 5, 10 years, you're just gonna continuously getting kicked in the balls, and like nothing works out, and then something gives, and then nothing works out, and then something gives. That's what entrepreneurship is to someone who really walked the path. Like, out of the 4 years that I've been doing these, I've had my small wins, my small milestone achievements, but it's like, I just feel like I got the ability to swim in the deep end, the ability to really like survive, not only survive, but like really start to become my own person, with my business, being able to trust that, yo, I don't have to worry so much if this is gonna sink, or I don't have to worry so much about, am I gonna lose clients? Like, I trust my ability, I trust my craft to be able to be like, if the next client leaves, I trust my resources, I trust my connections to fill that spot.
You know what I'm saying? It's taken you 4 years to get to this point.
And if someone told me back in 2019, September 2019 was when I started plotting, like, I gotta do this for myself. Like, I gotta find a way to make money for me, right? Like, September 2019, I still remember, like, if someone told me, yo, it's gonna work out, but you won't start really seeing it until September 2023. Do you agree or not? And I'm like, fuck, like, and I'm not even like thriving like that, but I have made something for myself. I am generating a certain stream of income that like now is predictable and not unpredictable. And now I'm like, okay, like, damn, something gave finally. But it's like, after 4 years of, like you said, you've known me for about a year, of like being able to be in the gym from sunrise to sunset, consecutively, working these in-between jobs, whether I was doing construction, whether I was driving Uber, whatever it was in between that I could clock in or clock out when I wanted. I couldn't commit to a job that like wanted me when they wanted me there.
Yeah.
I needed to do something that like, if I didn't want to do Uber, I'm not doing Uber. If I didn't want to work construction the weekend with my boys, I'm not gonna go. You get what I'm saying? So like, I think that's the real key. It's like, what is a good in-between that's gonna bring me in money, and then how the fuck am I gonna hustle the rest of the 12, 13 hours? I gotta just lock in 10, 12 hours a day.
You said another thing that I really love too, like you said that it's not always gonna be, you didn't use these words, but basically said it's not always gonna be monetary, right? Like you may not get money from a client, right? But like, and it's a numbers game, right? You said you train like 9 people or whatever, and then like maybe 2 ended up sticking, right? So it's like playing that numbers game. And then like you said, like it may not always be money, but it could be experience, right? You're gaining more experience with every single person that you train. And especially if you're training people from all different backgrounds, then it creates more diversity in your game, right? So like you become a more diverse trainer. And you know, all of this leads us back to, you know, what I was saying with products of our environment, because clearly both of us, you know, where we're at and, you know, what we've created and just the space that we're in, we both know that we deserve to be here, right? We both deserve to be at this elite training facility amongst some of the, you know, some of probably like the best trainers in the game,
city,
including, you know, the man who started this gym.
Jamal,
And so,
and I think, major shout out, like if Jamal watches this, major shout out to Jamal. Like I said, I've jumped around from a couple gyms in LA. I've got to see a couple different gyms in LA, and I feel like I've yet to see a gym with this type of culture, with this type of energy, with this type of one philosophy that I really believe in is like iron sharpens iron, as one man sharpens another. Like this gym really exemplifies and like reflects that motto of like, you walk in, everybody says what's up, everybody's real inviting inside. Like it's competitive, but it's not negative from a negative perspective. It's competitive for all the right reasons. You get what I'm saying? There is no like ego here, I feel like, and it's like, big shout out to Jamal if he sees
it's crazy too, because
it's hard to do.
Bro.
Everybody talks about wanting to do it, but it's so hard when you can actually see unfold. Like everybody has a great energy when you walk in. The energy is dope. Training, like there was 6 trainers in here. How many trainers? 5 or 6 trainers in here working out. Like it's been a minute since I had that type of energy.
That's
back to like high school football days.
That's a different type of environment, man. And at least, especially what we've been used to around in these other private gyms. But you know, I'll never forget my first time coming in here. Like it could be kind of intimidating, right? Like a high-end elite training facility, you know, athletic performance. For some people, it could be an intimidating space, but it was nothing but welcoming. Like it feels like home when you come in here. Like everyone's shaking your hand, very respectful, and just making you feel welcome, because it's all about the customer experience here. And that was one of the things that Jamal taught me. The first day that I came in here, Jamal looked at me, shook my hand, introduced himself, and he said, "Welcome home." All right, like never have I been, no one's ever said that to me at any other space I've ever walked into. So it is very distinct from any other space. And today when we were getting the workout, you know, this is something that meant so much to me, because I tore my Achilles a little over a year ago, and I've been still trying to like bounce back from that injury and still get scared with certain things. So one thing I've been avoiding is box jumps, especially like high box jumps. Then I seen Frankie doing it, I seen TB doing it, I seen Latif doing it, I seen the other trainers jumping, doing the high box jumps, and I was like, shit, I can't stand around and just watch. So I was like, let me go for it. Started small, started with a smaller box, and then just built my way up. I don't even know what the height was that I got to. I got to add it up. I got to look back at the video, but
you got up,
bro. Like
I
was so hype about that, and I honestly just felt so, just an overwhelming amount of gratitude for my environment, because it was because of the people who I was around, and that just forced me to want to elevate and just go for it. And it's like, and I think that applies to life. It's like, you're a product of your environment. Whatever your environment is, whoever you're hanging out with, spending time with, you know, you're gonna ultimately be a product of your environment. And I think it's really proven here.
Yeah, and I think you said something. You said that like we deserve to be here, and I think one of the little like paradoxes is like when you're ambitious, when you're moving up, it's that constant dichotomy of like I deserve to be here. Damn, I don't deserve to be here. Like imposter syndrome. No, I've earned it. Like I've worked my ass off. I've studied. I've put the hours in. I've trained X amount of people. I've trained surfers, basketball players, elite athletes from all different sports and niches, and you're like, yeah, but I still don't belong. You're working alongside trainers who are professional athletes, who are professional football players, professional track stars, and you're just like, damn, like, it's so dope being able to be in an environment where you're like, holy shit, the ceiling's so high here, you know what I mean? And I think to your point of like, iron sharpens iron, there is no placebo, that is like all facts. Like when I ran the marathon, I ran a couple marathons, and I ran this San Diego marathon. And I remember
we ran the same one.
Oh, that's right.
On
That's
different
right.
dates, but same marathon. Yeah.
But if I could give advice on the marathon is find your tribe, right? Like find the pacers. Like my first two marathons, I just started in the back, late as fuck, didn't care. This San Diego marathon, I was able to find like the 8:30 pacers, and I was like, Rio, these guys are about to run the 8:30 pace. Like I can hang with them. Like let me do it, right? So I'm running this with these pacers, the 8:30, and it's like so many lessons in the San Diego marathon. But I'm running with these 8:30 guys. We're running, I kind of get a little ahead, right? You kind of stay focused and in your zone. And then to my peripheral, there's this girl running. And she's like on my shoulder, and I'm like, where the hell did she come from? But then I see her on my shoulder, and I'm like, I see her start passing me, and I'm like, well, I mean, you ain't gonna really pass me though, because you just get a little competitive, right? So I'm running this marathon, and I met her like, I found her on my shoulder like at mile 10. From mile 10 to mile 18, I was able to hold the 7:30, 7:15, 7:30 pace. So this girl was an elite runner. I didn't know this, right? I'm just running with her. We're catching conversation. We're running. I'm like, okay, you're my running partner. Like, we're going to do this. I'm not checking my time. She's constantly checking her time. And that's when I should have put two and two together. Like, someone who's consistently watching their time is an elite runner. Because I check my time like every other 5-6 miles, right? Yeah. But she's consistently watching her time. And on mile 18, I ended up rolling my ankle. I was changing the music in my phone. I rolled my ankle. She continued on, but at the end, I still finished the marathon. But to be able to see from mile 10 to mile 18, keep in mind, before this, I was averaging 10 minutes a marathon miles. Like it was slow, right? So for me, 8:30 was record breaking. Yeah, to be able to see that I could hit 8 miles at a 7-minute pace because I was with someone who does it, because I was with someone who was sharper than me and better than me, and I was able to like adapt and almost evolve into that same eliteness. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, to your point, like iron, like
that ain't a prime example, bro. Like if that is not a prime example of, you know, like being around other people that are just on another level, a different tier, you know, you're inevitably going to level up, or you're gonna back out. One of the two. It's either you're gonna fall behind, you're gonna fall back because you're not willing to level up, or you're not ready to level up, okay, which is clearly a thing too, right? For a long time, majority of my life, I was just not ready. But thank God, you know, when I did step foot in JLT, I was ready. And it's because of those little habits, those self-disciplines, that work that I'm putting in every day, that I feel like I belong here and I deserve to be here. And the same goes for Frankie. Like, there's a reason why we feel like we deserve to be here. And that makes a massive difference, because if you don't feel like you deserve something, you'll do everything in your power, sometimes at a subconscious level, right, to sabotage that opportunity or sabotage whatever it is. And I did that in so many different aspects of my life, and it really just applies across the board.
And I see it, I mean, box jumps is, like, I love the gym because it translates so much to your psychology and to how you live life. Like, I see it all the time with clients when I'm putting them on a box jump and they're defeated before they even attempt the first jump. No, I can't do this, I can't jump that high, And I'm like, I can't have more faith than you in this activity. It's not gonna work out like that. Like if you're gonna get up on this box, you have to really believe that you can get up on this box. And I feel like a box jump translates so much to having your own business, having your own service. Like if you don't believe you can get clientele, if you don't believe, it's not gonna happen. Exactly. It's until you just really strap in, trust the fundamentals, trust the coaching that's at hand, which is someone who can do it, right? And if I can show you the cues and if I can show you how to get up on this box jump, and now you're seeing, whoa, like not only can I do it, but I can jump higher. But all we had to do was unlock that psychology, that part of your mindset. Because so many people could verbally say, I can do this, I can start a business, I can make it happen. But talking and then walking it is gonna be a completely different ballgame. And I feel like with clients, it's like, yeah, I'm ready to do this. And it's like, let's get on the box jump. No, I can't do that. And it's like, but you haven't even tried. You haven't even tried the first jump. Like, how are you gonna tell me you can't do it before even telling me? You know what I mean?
That relates to exactly what I was talking about in my reel this morning when I was talking about, being and becoming. And it's like, if you're being something, that means you are acting, you are taking action, you are taking the steps.
Yeah.
Right? Anyone can talk a good game. And I'll be the first to say that was me for a majority of my life. I talked a good game. And I was really good at talking a good game. But the action steps were not always there. So it's like if you're in congruency with if your actions are in congruency with what you're saying, then it's like that's being right there. That's really stepping into it. Because anyone can say they want to do this, they want to do that. And look, we all have dreams. We all have things that we want to do. But it's act first, talk from experience.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's what it's about. Don't talk about what you want to do. Speak about your experiences after you've already done it. That'd be my encouragement to anyone that, that maybe talks a lot about what they want to do, but and then because you don't want to beat yourself up too, because then you'll start to lose that trust within yourself. If you keep saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and you're telling other people that too, and not following through, you lose so much trust in yourself.
Yeah.
And then that's when you don't end up feeling like you deserve anything. But if you just take little actions and you take those steps, and then you speak from experience, then you're like, okay, I deserve this because I've been putting in the work.
It's like internal confidence. Exactly. Like nobody can take that from you.
No one can steal that internal confidence from you. Yeah.
And I think, damn, I was gonna say something, but I totally forgot. Like I got it. If you want it, you'll find a way, and if you don't want it, you'll find an excuse. Like this podcast is like you see the setup right now. We have no mics on. We ain't got no fancy setup. We're in this backside of the JLT gym. There's a dumpster to his left. There's a cones but he said, you know what, I want to do this. I said, bro, let's do it. You got time right here. We got a tripod, we got a camera. Hopefully this message gets across to you guys loud and clear, but we're finding a way to make it happen without all the fancy equipment. That's how it started with training. I found a way to make it happen at 24 Hour Fitness in Mission Hills. Then on hikes, right, training people when shit closed down and being able to go to to this hiking trail in the valley, and then being able to train some of my clients down, like in the grass patch area. Like we took it from 24 Hour Mission Hills to the grass, to the park, to an industrial gym in Santa Clarita. Like, bro, I was determined to make it happen, and no pandemic, no recession, no dry spell for trainers because nobody wanted to get clothes. Everybody was frugal with their money, was gonna stop me from making it happen. And I think that was like the conviction, the faith of like, I can do this fucking box jump. You get what I'm saying from a metaphorical standpoint? I can, this box is high as fuck. I'm scared, I might eat shit, but I'm gonna go. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go. And I feel like, I hope I hope you guys get that message loud and clear too. If you wanna make it happen, one, understand it might take 5 to 10 years before you actually get to reap the fruits of your labor. But if you can have that patience and that unwavering persistence of like, I will get up tomorrow and try again. I will get up the next day and try again. I will get up the next day and try again. And you're able to do that for a long period of time. Like the universe only has one way of reciprocating that, and that's by giving you blessings, just for holding it down, just for keeping your head above water. But when you're around the right environment, which is the whole theme of this podcast, when you're around this environment, it's so much easier to stay afloat.
Yeah.
When you're alone, when you're around the wrong crowd, when you're around environments that are not sponsoring your growth, it's only dragging you as you try to stay afloat.
Exactly. It's an anchor.
It's an anchor. When you're around people who've been wanting, who are elite at what they do in their industry. We're in the fitness industry, but sub it with any industry that you're in. Not only is it not an anchor, but they give you a life jacket with their energy. You know what I mean? They throw you a life jacket so you don't just stay afloat. And I think that's my take on it. Like, being around the right people will not only help you hit your goals, but the growth is crazy. How far you can take it. You can take it as far as you want.
For sure. Well, we have went over the time by like double. We're planning on doing 10 minutes and we ended up at like 26.
But listen, look, we said we got 10 minutes. Let's hit this, right?
Yeah.
We're so passionate about helping people, helping ourselves get from point A to point B, that when you're around people who are passionate at their craft, who really want to help people from the genuine bottom of their heart.
Yeah.
It's going to translate into how they deliver a message. I don't want to deliver this message in hopes that this gets 1 million views. I'm not trying to deliver this message in hopes that I blow up and get this clout and get out. Bro, I deliver this message for that next young trainer that like wants to get it, or that next young creative that wants to get it in their industry, or that next young person who's like, damn, I do not like where I'm at in life right now. Can I get myself over here? Like, that's who this message is for.
Yeah.
Like, that's who I hope it gets to. And if it gets to that one person, then we fucking hit this shit right on the money.
Yeah, and we're just trying to provide some insight through our own personal experiences and hope that, you know, some other people can resonate with that. And that's the whole idea of, you know, what I'm doing here with Time Under Tension, and then bringing on, you know, guests onto the show. So, you know, I hope that this makes an impact in at least one person's life and someone really resonates with this. So thank y'all for tapping in. Appreciate you guys. And I will see you guys.
Can I say one?
Yeah, oh yeah, go ahead, finish it up.
So he's been talking to me about this passion project with these podcasts and being able to, these are conversations that we've had more than a handful of times in the past, like of us knowing each other. And I feel like he has a genuine gift for dissecting what you have to learn, to know, and like telling him like from his experience and just putting that into a conversation in a way that is like beautifully done. And I feel like I can't wait to see your podcast, bro. I can't wait to see you change like for where you're at, just level up with this, because I feel like you got something special here. And yeah, I'm excited for your journey too.
I appreciate that. Yeah, likewise. Yeah, so we'll just continue growing together.
Yes,
continue making a movement.
And I feel like if you're watching this, like, that's the thing. Keep making your own movement in your own way. And it starts with movement. It starts with walking. It starts with taking that first step. In whatever direction you're trying to go, just take that first step. But
that's it, man. Yeah. Well, thank y'all again for tuning in to episode 2 of Time Under Tension. See you guys in the next episode.
Peace. Yeah.